goes higher and higher. What an honor, what a privilege it is, once again, to be in the house of God. And the devil, can you imagine what he said when you decided I'm going to TGHC this morning? That was, oh my God. They're going to that place. And that man don't like me. They're going to that place where that man, he just don't like me. And see, since he don't like me, he going to tell the people not to like me. So, can you just imagine the devil is trembling right now? Because he's at some churches, he's shaking their hand. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. But he have done his best to keep you from coming. You can be seated. Because first of all, he don't want you to come in the presence of God so that you can get something from God. The Bible said that the sons of God came before God to present themselves. And the devil came also. But he didn't come to shake their hand. The Bible said that he came to resist them. In other words, he was coming with the purpose of them not getting anything from God. Because so you wonder, you're sitting there and you came today, said, hey, I want to hear something good of the word of God. And now you're trying to figure out, why my mind wandering? It's wondering. The preacher hadn't began to preach yet, and now you're thinking about food. Now you want to know how long he's going to preach, because right now I'm hungry. I can feel my stomach paining, and I can hear it growling. That's a trick of the enemy, because the devil doesn't want you here. If I was one of those that would put on a good performance, the devil wouldn't have a problem with that, as he does with many of churches. He would recommend that church. So, it's not that people don't know the real from the false. It's just the opposition that they face in making the transition to the real thing. Let me help us to understand. When Ahab and Jehoshaphat hooked up, so they're going out to battle. And prior to going out to battle, we need a word from the Lord. We need to find out what God has to say about what we are intending to do. So they call 400 false prophets. And the Bible said with one voice, one consent, they all said the same thing. We want to know whether we should go up to Ramoth Gilead or not. Would it be to our advantage to go up to Ramoth Gilead? And all of the false prophets with one voice said, yes, go up to Ramoth Gilead. they know that sound suspicious. Jehoshaphat wanted to know, I've heard from these 400 false prophets, but I want to know, is there a prophet of God that we may inquire? In other words, I want to know if there's a real man to God. I want to know. Come on, talk to me. Now, the thing about it is that he inquired of the prophets. But that wasn't good enough. He wanted to know, is there a prophet of God? There's a difference just being a prophet and being a prophet of God. There's a difference between being a churchgoer and being a child of God. So I want to know that if there's a prophet of God, because I know that if there be a prophet of God, then truth shall proceed out of his mouth. So when he said there's one, Micaiah, he said, oh, but I hate him because he never prophesied anything good concerning me. Ahab said, hey, let not the king say so. So now they send the porter to get Micaiah, fetch him out of his cell. So now before you go up there, now let me brief you a little bit. All of the other prophets said with one voice, it was okay to go up to Ramoth Gilead. And I'm coming to get you. When you go up there, say as one of them. In other words, say the same thing that they are saying. But Micaiah, the prophet of God, he said, what the Lord say, that's what I'll say. So I don't care what anybody else say, what the word say, that's what I'll say. Now do me a favor, look at your neighbor and say, you need the truth. Come on, talk to me. You need the truth. So I can't testify about you, but I can testify about me. So when I was at the Church of God in Christ, I didn't get truth. When I left 12th Street and moved to Duggan, then I went to Union Center, I didn't get truth. So when I went out to the basketball court, it was some people out there having a tent revival on the ground. But I was playing and I would stop and hold the ball a while because the trumpet was giving an uncertain sound. It wasn't sounding like everybody else that I've heard. When I sat there and sometimes standing, holding the ball, sometimes sitting on the ball, and I heard the word. And something resonated in my spirit and said, that's what you need. That's what you need. Oh, yes, that's what you need. And so I will get me a few scriptures, tuck the ball under my arm and run home to search the scriptures and see if they were so. So I kept looking at what I was hearing, and comparing it to what the Bible said, and it was right. Needless to say, I got saved. Because I heard truth. And so after getting saved, I left the Methodist church and joined up with Faith Temple Holiness Church. And so now my former pastor, he came where we were living, and he was talking to him because I no longer attended the church. And I said, well, Pastor, I said, when I came to church and you was asking me, where's my girlfriend, and to bring her to church, that was messed up. And I'm looking at everything else that transpired in the church, and folks' lives are not being changed. He looked at me and said, you know what, Isaiah, I'm going to let you preach it. I said, well, Pastor, I can't preach it right now because I'm part of the problem. I said, I'm part of the problem. I said, but when I get saved, I'm going to tell it. When I get saved, I'm going to tell it. Because, Sister Hunter, I didn't say anything then about being saved for real, but what I'm saying, when I get saved for real, when I stop just going to church, and when I get saved for real, then I'm going to tell it. And ever since God called me, I've been telling it. I never will forget, I had been saved about 2 years. I had just gotten off from work, 11 to 7 shift. I come home and bathed, and I didn't go get into bed this time. I went and laid up on the couch. And God started dealing with me. He started giving me a word. Matthew 5:20. Except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribe and the Pharisee, you shall in no wise enter therein. I got up and I started searching the scripture. One Friday night that we were traveling from Conroe to Houston to the church. As we were getting close to the church, the pastor said, Brother Thomas, I want you to preach tonight. I said, okay. You know, like it wasn't nothing. Man, the butterflies got busy. They were just flying around in my stomach. And I was just hoping that, just slow down. But we got there, and the time came, and because I was prepared, God blessed not only me, but blessed the people. Because it's not about a bunch of foolishness. I was preaching a funeral, and I was alluding to another preacher that did a funeral. I said, no, they asked him. Now, he got up and said, I don't know why they asked me to preach. I said, well, he said, I don't know whether because I preach so good or that I preach short. And I said, well, I can tell you what, it's not because you preach good. Oh, hey, by deductive reasoning, now we know why. Needless to say, he was at the funeral. He said, I got you, Pastor Thomas. I got you. No, because you can't preach truth and don't live it. Y'all just give me a little bit. I'm preaching. You know what? I'm looking at, I'm going to try to preach, but my heart is burdened. Because when I look at our society and our young men, the hurting part of our young men is that the absence of a father. You know, over 70% of men in prison population is saying that they had no father figure in their life. And maybe if you had a father figure, he was abusive and indulgence in alcohol and drugs and strange women. And then there are those that are so caught up and they're so career driven that they don't have time to invest in the family. Don't have time. Mom have to do it all, and she's the one have to take them to baseball practice. She's the one have to take them to football practice. She's the one in the stand cheering. But when you got the absence of a father figure to teach you, to show you, to instruct you, how to be a man. How to be a man. You got to have an example of a man in your life. But see, I'm one of the blessed ones. My dad was MIA, missing in action. My dad wasn't there. He showed up every so often. But that was not being there. But I was one of the blessed ones. It wasn't like our society today. It was men that took interest in the young kids in the neighborhood. And they would teach and instill into you values. I was one of the blessed ones. I don't care from my little league coach to my junior high coach. They invested in me. And so when my father figure was absent, they became my father figure. They took the time to teach me. See, here I am, and I get married. I don't know nothing about being married because I never had a dad to show me how to be a husband. And so, you know, quite naturally, you're going to make a whole lot of mistakes because you don't have nobody to influence your life in a positive manner. And so, through those men teaching me and taking the time to tell me what life was about, then as a young man, 19, 20, Pastor Henry Jackson came into my life from Union Center Church. And that man took me under his wing. Today, he was the smartest man I ever knew. He was an elderly man when I met him. He was the hardest working pastor that I ever knew to this day. But he would say, he said, Isaiah, listen, I'm going to Waco to this conference. Come go with me. And man, he was laying some heavy stuff on me while we driving. And as you have heard me say many times, I peering out through the windshield and I'm asking, why is this man telling me all this stuff? Why is this man telling me all of this stuff? Not to know that he was preparing me for now. He asked me, he said, I said, you ever thought about going abroad? I was dumb. I don't know what abroad is. So I just said no. So that wasn't something I dreamed of or thought about going abroad. I'd just be glad to go out of Conroe. Just to go out of the state to another state. I would have just been glad, but you're talking about abroad. So when the time came, when I was in Nassau, Bahamas, and I stepped out of my hotel room onto the balcony, not too far from the Atlantic Ocean, every morning I would get up with the Conroe cruise ship, and I hear them, they wake me up. And so I get up and I see them pass right by the hotel. But the day when I arrived and got situated in my hotel room, I went out and stood on the balcony, and I'm looking at the beautiful blue water. Much like now, tears came to my eyes. And I said, Pastor Jackson, I have arrived. I have arrived. And I said that to say this because most of us don't have any ambitions. We don't even think of going abroad. We don't think of traveling to see the vastness of God's greatness. All we know is, we used to get excited when we going to Greens Point. You thought you were going to the moon. You going to Greens Point, and you thought you was going to Hawaii or somewhere. Guess what? You dressed up to go to Greens Point. You were just excited to go to the mall. It's just right up the street. You go to the mall. And we were just so excited when they had the little carnivals to come to town. Man, we thought we got it going on now. And we tell all the kids, my mom will take us to the carnival tonight. We going to the carnival. And you thought we were going somewhere. And this is what people are not doing in the church, is causing young men and young women to dream. Because if you don't have a dream, you're not headed anywhere. You don't have a dream. You got to have hopes and you got to have aspirations, my God, to propel you in life. Something got to motivate you in life. Come on, talk to me. You got to want to be more than a housewife. You got to want to be more, my God, than working at McDonald's. You got to want to do more. Come on and talk to me. And this is why I push education. You going to school, you going to get you a degree, so you can advance yourself in life, so you can get yourself prepared for your dream. You don't settle for just having a hoopty with rims. You need a vision. You need dreams. And I instruct every parent. You tell your children, you teach them to dream. And when you dream big. Listen. One man said, when you aim, you shoot for the stars. Because even if you miss, you're going to land among stars. Even if you don't hit the one you're aiming at, you're still going to land among stars. And so now, some of you, now do me a favor right now because I'm feeling something. Somebody said it's too late. Now, touch your neighbor and say, it's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. Come on and talk to me. Anybody here been knocked down? Anybody in here been knocked down? Somebody here, you feel like life haven't treated you fairly. You feel like you've been knocked down. You've been knocked down. But I don't have a problem when you've been knocked down. I got a problem when you refuse to get up. You can get back up again. You can get back up again. And you get up and pursue your dream. You get up and pursue your ambition. Don't stop now. Look at your neighbor and say, don't stop now. Don't stop now. Let me tell you something. If you don't hear it from anybody else, you're hearing it from Elder Thomas. You're better than that. You're better than that. And so you get up from a bad situation and you make the best of it. You don't have to quit. I can't help but to quote what Coach Mike Dicker said. He said, you're not a loser until you quit trying. As long as you know you like the little red caboose that said, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. My God, that's somebody, my God, that haven't stopped. He's saying, I think I can go a little bit further. I think that I can go a little bit further. Come on and talk to me up in here. My God, I think I can. My God, you got to be optimistic in your view. My God, in spite of failure. Oh my God. And do me a favor, let me just remind you, this is the teaching of Elder Thomas. Don't worry, failure is not a bad thing. Tell your neighbors that failure is not a bad thing. Somebody fail, they think it's time to quit. Failure is not a bad thing. So that's easy for you to say. No, it's easy for you to say. Why you say that, Elder Thomas? Because what failure does, it provides you with another opportunity to succeed. So I have to go back and show you that Santonio Holmes with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Super Bowl closing seconds of the fourth quarter. So now Rothenberg get back and he throws the pass. It goes right through his hand in the end zone. But it came back into the huddle. He didn't say, don't throw it to me no more. I throw it to somebody else. He came back and said, give me another try. Give me another chance at it. I got throw it back to me. Throw it back to me. And the catch that he made was much more difficult than the one that he missed. But the thing about it is, you get yourself back up again. I got, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Now, do me this favor. Just tell your neighbor, say, don't settle for failure. Don't settle for failure. Come on, talk to me. Don't settle for failure. You got to get yourself back up again because you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to get back up again. You owe it to yourself. My God, to keep trying. Don't you ever have a quitter's mentality. My God, I'm better than that. Let me tell you something. God didn't say that we were quitters. My God said, listen, we are more than conquerors through Christ that loved us and gave himself for us. I don't understand, my God, how you can be a Christian. I don't understand how you can be a disciple of Jesus Christ, my God, and a quitter. My God, but we are more than conquerors. And let me tell you something, my God, we got to keep on trying. Now, you know the old cliche said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Come on and talk to me. My God, we got to keep on trying. We got to keep on trying. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me show you something. Across the way, there's apartments. My mom lived in 935. So after our first child was born, we moved into what, 949? But while she in the hospital getting well before the doctor dismissed her. Man, I rent the apartment. Man, they done went with baseball bats and everything, had more holes in it. I mean, but hey, that was ours. And I went there. Man, you know, it looked like a rainbow up in there. We had some pink rooms, yellow rooms. We had blue rooms. You know, that was the thing back then. I went in there and I patched up the holes and all of that stuff. It was home. It was home. It was home. So then, after living there, we moved from there to Tall Timbers. My mom was the first residence of Tall Timbers, first one to move in. From Tall Timber, we had a house built in Willis. And from Willis, we had a house built in Conroe. So, man, y'all see, y'all had money. No. We had fog. The favor of God on our life. We had the favor of God on our life. But it wasn't a quitter's mentality. No. You got to work together and sit down and say, hey, this is where we're headed. This is where we're at now, but this is where we're headed. Come on, talk to me. We're here now, and don't feel bad about small beginnings. Don't despise small beginnings. Come on, talk to me. The one thing that hurt me more than anything, one of the sisters, when we were living over in 949. So we was in Houston, and so while we're there, we're going to go visit her. My wife called her. She going to tell her, no, I can't. No, y'all can't come by my house. My house not good enough for y'all to come by. I got mad. Because you came and stayed with us in 949. But let me show you something. Can I just talk a little bit? Just say I invited you and your family over. Man, the rats get to playing up there. Look like they playing football up there in there. They start, you hear more junk up there. Room. Look like they playing tackle up there. They wouldn't keep up that noise until you got company. I'm just telling it like it is. But, you know, it was our house. You came and we made you welcome. And so, you know, we just come to, hey, the rest up there playing, hey, they do that when company comes. Yeah, that's a form of entertainment. They just do that when company comes. Yeah, they figure we don't have enough to entertain them, so they put on a show for them. Listen, we got to get ourselves in a place. And you got to want to go somewhere in life. And let me tell you something. Don't you let nobody tell you, God, you can't have that. Don't you know, let nobody put a ceiling over your life. So I don't have no problem with welfare. God, hey, if that's what it takes for you to get yourself on your feet, you use it. But see, as long as you in welfare, there's a ceiling over you. You can't have this. You can't have that. You can't have this. They keep you poor. They keep you poor. They keep you dependent upon the government. But see, sometimes you got to make up your mind that, hey, I'm coming out of the box. I'm coming out of this thing. I'm coming out of this. You in the box, you can't go no further what they got you in. No, I'm coming out, I'm coming out, I'm coming out. And let me tell you something, you got to keep a level head. Because you can't go and talk in business with the fool's mentality. You can't go in there and jump sister and jump brother on these folks. You the one need them. I might talk about them after I get up out of it when I get what I want. I might tell somebody else what I wanted to tell them, but I didn't say it to them. Because, see, the ink done dried. The ink done dried. So I don't care what they say now. It's a done deal now. And so hey, don't sit there. Man, ain't nobody. I don't care how you talk to me like you want to right now. But it's okay. It's okay. Just as soon as my name is on that paper. Now you come to my house and show up and act a fool, then I'm going to put you in your place. And I've been waiting on you to act up. I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting on it. And all the time I thought you was a real nice guy. Yeah, but I always thought you was a jerk. I just couldn't tell you that. Come on, talk to me. And let me tell you something. I don't care how saved you get. You need friends of the unrighteous man. I don't care how saved you get. You're going to need friends of the unrighteous man. Because let me tell you something. When you got some friends out there, that they'll look out for you. Oh yeah, they hook you up. And guess what? They say, I don't know them to do this, but I'm going to turn you on to another friend of mine, and he can take care of you. Come on, talk to me. Oh, glory to God. And I went to that phone company, and I was probably the best installer that they had. And my supervisor that had, and they'd move me and put me on another supervisor, so when he went out of town, he would be in charge. He said, I want you to go out west. And all I do is sit up in the truck and just ride. And one night I have whiplash. So when my supervisor come back, he said, Mr. Thomas, what do you do? I said, well, he sent me out west. What did he send you out there for? I said, I don't know. Favor. All them black installers that they had, I was the first one. Probably the only one that they taught, hey, I want you to learn how to repair payphones. I want you to when it came down to it, they called me a business office and say, Mr. Tom, we need you to, this week you go rob the payphones. In other words, not rob them, just collect them and take out the money out and put another empty one in there. They didn't, no other black installer that they trusted to do that. But I got favor with him. I got favor with him. And so you trying to rub shoulders with somebody that can help you. You don't rub shoulders with them that running the balls down. You avoid that devil like to play. Because 9 times out of 10 they already know they're useless. And so if they start seeing you hanging around here, they're going to stereotype you like you one of them. And so now you just avoid them. Say, hey, man, you want to hang out? No, I'm going to eat over here. I'm going to eat by myself. What, you think you better than us, dog? No, dog, I just don't want to be the dog that you are. When people are observing your life, when you think that they are not looking, they're looking, and they finally come and say, hey, Mr. Bolo wants to see you in his office. Oh, Lord, what I've done now, because the first thing come to your mind. We accentuate the negative. So we go in there and say, how you doing? And say, I noticed that you haven't been working for us that long, but we've been watching you. We like your job performance, and we come up with another position, and I just like to offer it to you first. Now, if you need some time to think about it, you get back with me by the end of the week and let me know what your decision is. Hey, he's not worried about the job. Get what he's worried about, what my home is going to say. I didn't come here for the homeless. Homeless don't put nothing on my table. Homeless don't pay not one bill. Because, see, hey, I'm moving on up now. I'm moving on up now. Come on and talk to me. And this is something that you need to be instilled in you, because you got to be the best that you can be. And this is why I didn't have a dad that I can look up to. And I love my dad, but I didn't want to be like him. And I said, purpose in my heart that when I get kids, I don't want them to be like Mike. Neither one of them. I want them to be like Dad. I want them to be like that. And I set an example for them that, hey, you want to be like that. You want to be like that. Come on and talk to me. But see, some of you can't say, I want to be like my dad, because if you want to see your dad, you have to go pull off everything. You have to do a strip search. You take your glove up there and a ball. He can't play catch with. All you do is just say, put your hand on the glass. That's not being a dad. It's not being a dad. But let me tell you something. That this is why we need godly men. We need godly women, my God, to instill value into the lives of men and women. But let me teach a little bit here. Time is wasted, but I just give you first of all what God has given me. Turn with me to St. John, the 10th chapter. I want to begin at verse 1. Verily I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same as a thief and a robber. But he that entered in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hears his voice, and he calleth the sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for because they know his voice. And a stranger they would not follow, but would flee from him. For they know not the voice of strangers. My sheep know my voice. My sheep know my voice. And this is really awesome here, because it tells us that the one that entered into the door into the sheepfold is the one that he got access. He has access. When he entered into the pen where the sheep are, they don't run from him because they know his voice. Come on, talk to me. Now watch this. Verse 5, and a stranger they would not follow, but will flee from him. They'll run from him because they don't know his voice. But when you got a good shepherd, you got a shepherd that cares for you. You know, the real shepherd. This is why and some of you get mad all of the mega churches is of the devil. Y'all don't believe that? Watch this here. Yeah, this is what it says right here. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hears his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name. He knows his sheep. He knows them by name. They don't even know them by face. They can't say, I seen you on the Jumbotron. And no. He knows his sheep by name. He can call their name because of a personal relationship that he have with the people. Now, you know, you got a bunch of people that are a bunch of fools. My God, following folk that, hey, they slip out before the service is over. They slip out. They have the people praying, and while the people got their head bowed, they done slipped out like they done stole something, which they have. They slipping out rather than mingling with the people. There have been churches that I have attended, and the pastor make it his business to be standing at the back to greet all of the visitors and the people that have come. He make it his business to stand at the door to greet them. Not these high dollar pimps. No, not these high dollar pimps. They have somebody else to get a man of God a hand. And then let us pray. And while you bowing your head, he done tipped on out. He done got on out of town. Because the relationship is non-existent there. Everything is impersonal there. I don't counsel nobody. I don't do weddings. I don't do funerals. All I do is just tell you a bunch of lies and rob you of your money. That's what the Bible said. You didn't know that they robbed them? Let me read a little bit further. This parable spake Jesus unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then Jesus said unto them, again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. And all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers. But the sheep did not hear them. You know, that was a time. Let me deal with something. That was a time that the people knew the false from the real. Now you got folks that's leaving the truth to follow these false folks because, you know, of popularity. And you know, folks think it's big that say, I go to Lakewood. I would be ashamed. You know, it wasn't, you know, somebody come up here and say, yeah, I peed on myself. You all, that's how you are. I put in the water and bite at the bubble. You know you messed up. You might as well just say I put in the water and bite at the bubble. If you tell me I'm a member of the Potter's House, I'm a member of Lakewood. What's wrong with y'all? See, y'all got a problem. He said that they won't hear these thieves. They won't hear these robbers. But now they're saying, hey, they didn't build a church over there, and I'm going to run over there. You going to hell. My sheep know my voice. And a stranger, they won't be followed. How in the world are these sheep getting caught up with all of these strange folks? And when you start following strange folks and strange doctrine, strange teaching, you're no longer a sheep. Come on, talk to me. You are no longer a sheep when you start following after all of these strange folks. How in the world you going to call my God Joy your pastor and he don't even know your name? But Jesus said, I'm the good shepherd. I laid down my life for the sheep. And that man won't even pray for you. That man won't even counsel you. But you want to spend the evening with these bums. I don't care if y'all don't ever like it. But you need somebody that's concerned about you. You know, you appreciate men that's a status that's approachable. I talk with preachers that, they got big ministry, but they approachable. They sit down and they'll talk with you. You can exchange. When you got a question, they got answer. You got a verbal exchange taking place. But not these other folks. They too proud and high and mighty. Come on, talk to me. I think the other week, I think the folk got upset because they wanted to go out to dinner. I said, take me and the brother out to dinner. I said, no, we're not going to go. I'm going with my wife. Oh, that's the way it is. I said, yeah, I got this. Because I know what we had planned. And so the thing is, they think that when you interact with the parishioners, there's something's wrong. Now, let me explain this. This is what hurt me quite a bit. And it opened my eyes. We was at a convocation in Waukegan, Illinois. So all week long, Sister Brenda and I was interacting with this couple that was having trouble. And so that Sunday evening when we after service, we were talking some more. And they said, all right, Bishop want to take everybody to dinner. We going to dinner. I said, okay, we'll talk when we get there. No, you ain't going to talk when we get there. She said, because you know how you preachers are. All y'all do is get together with each other, and then y'all don't have nothing to do with the other. And I got to thinking, I said, that is so true. I said, but wait a minute. I'm not like that. I am not like that. And so I make it my business. I don't care who you are, where I see you at. Hey, you can talk to me. You can talk to me. Some folk that they look at and say, the scum of the earth that I would, and other preachers wouldn't have nothing to do with. Hey, you can talk to me. You can talk to me because, hey, I used to be you. I used to be you. Come on, talk to me. I got that my position had nothing to do with the love and the concern that I have for people. I love interacting with people. And people that people find it strange that when a man is preached like that man preaching, and then he's so personable, he's approachable, he's sitting down here talk with you. My God, just like he been knowing you all his life. I don't have to know you all your life. All I need to do is just have get an opportunity to meet you and get you an opportunity to meet me. I go, oh yeah, I can growl like a bear. You know, Pastor Rival said, man, El Tom will be roaring like a lion. But I love people. And see, being like that and preach the way I preach, I got to. I got to. Because they say, oh, yeah, he preached, man, that man, and then won't walk right on by and won't say nothing. I might get on you if you walk by me and don't say nothing. I might get on you if you run out of here and don't come shake my hand. That's what I expect of you. You got out of here the last time. You don't leave and don't get a chance to shake my hand. You got to know me. You got to know me. Oh, glory to God. I used to have them guys come over for community service, and his time was, he just about up. He finished all his hours, and me, you know, I would sit out there and talk. We'll go by stuff. We sit down there and we just talking and stuff. And he said, you know, Mr. Tom, when I get in trouble again, I'm coming back to see you. I said, no, you can come see me anytime. You don't have to wait till you in trouble. You don't have to wait till you in trouble to come see me. You can come see me anytime. Because I'm not like the other folk there. I'll be right there working with them. And then, hey, call the sheep in. Hey, come on, let's rest. Everybody come on in and sit down. And we sit down and because see, what happened when you sit down and start, you're the rest and you got all these conversations coming on. Everybody got something. Somebody start out with a question and then somebody else feed off of that. And so now you got a question and answer thing going on. And you know, because folks still have answers. They have issues in their life. Anybody here don't have any issues? Let me see y'all that don't have any issues. If you don't have nothing else, you got a financial issue. And that issue is I don't have too much of it. I just don't have not near enough. We need shepherds that know the sheep. We need shepherds that know the sheep. When I would have different ones from out of state come and we take them out and we sitting out in public eating. And then folk that just, hey, Pastor Thomas, hey, and we just talking and going on and stuff. He said, Pastor Thomas, you can't go nowhere and hide. All these folks know you. Because I make it my business to interact with people. Because I can't help you if I'm standoffish. If you got a problem in your life, you got issues in your life, you won't come talk to me because, hey, that man too proud. I was talking with a preacher a couple of weeks or so ago. He said, you know, this pastor, I said, yeah, I know him. I said, he's still around, but he ain't up there like he used to. He said, you know, man, years ago I asked him, I said, man, how is your ministry so successful? Man, just pray, man, just pray. He said, that hurt me because, you know, you can still feel hurt when he's talking to me. Man, you ain't had nothing. Because you must have stopped praying, you start homework. I wonder what happened. So the thing is that there's something that got us where we are. There's something that got us where we are. And let me tell you something. If you want to, the key to success is determination. The key to success is determination. As long as you're determined, my God, sooner or later, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. When I look at Thomas Edison and we hear about him and the light bulb and everything else that he invented, but my God, they don't show you how many attempts he made. It said that over 700 and some times they tried and failed. Say, Mr. Edison, this is the 761st time that we didn't try it and we didn't fail. He said, yeah, at least we got 761 ways we up on the other people because we know how not to do it. Okay, they trying to get where we are, but see, we know that won't work. Because we done tried it and it done failed. And so you got to understand, in order for me to be successful, I got to keep trying. I got to keep trying. Listen, at the age of 22, I got a scholarship to go to college. Oh, man. Oh, man. So now, when I get to college, and I was really baffled when I saw all the elderly people on campus. All these old folks up here, they toting books. They not teaching the class, they taking class. Man, that helped me. That helped me, that gave me some insight. You don't ever don't get to the point that you stop learning. You don't ever get to the point that you stop learning. Because I'm looking at people that have got to a point and you just satisfied. How you like? You need some more ice in that tea? All you want to do is just sit around and don't want to make things happen. You don't want to make things happen. You can't. Let me tell you something. Shortcuts doesn't work. Shortcuts doesn't work. My God, you got to go to full length, whatever it takes to get there. Because when I arrived, I know I did it the right way. I did it the right way. I came up. My God, oh yes, it caused me blood, sweat, and tears, but I came up the right way. And then, as the woman said, it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Everything that I went through, all the tears that I shed, I'm telling you, it was worth it. All of the aches and all of the pain, it was worth it. I'm not preaching or teaching anything trying to beat nobody down. But I do want you to see yourself. I do want you to see yourself. And this is why I want you to see me. Because I didn't come from heaven. I'm just saved now. Blood washed and blood bought. I'm just saved now. I didn't come from heaven. And so I don't want you to think that, hey, yeah, you just doing that because you're the preacher and you think you better than me. No. You don't understand. I used to sit where you sit in. I used to hang out where you hang out. I used to smoke some of that dope just like you smoke. I used to drink some of the wine that you drink. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And the only reason I didn't go to some of the club that you're going because they didn't have them when I was there. But something happened to me. I was on my way to hell and I got saved. I was on my way to hell and I got saved. Oh, glory to God. And this is what our young men and our young women, they need a friend. They need somebody, my God, that been where they are, that can relate to what they're going through. My God, not somebody that act like, hey, I ain't never messed up. See, I came from heaven. Now, next time one of these devils asks, wait a minute, let me ask you something. Where do you come from? And when they say, oh, no, I came from over, man, oh, you might not believe it, man. Yeah, I came out of Acres home. Oh, I'm so glad you told that command where you talking. I thought you came from heaven. And this is the way folks present themselves because they got a title. But no, I ain't calling for men. I'm calling for women, boys and girls. I'm telling the sheep because I want to know you by name. And the thing about it, when you know God and when God knows you, God, you know when God is speaking because my sheep know my voice and they won't be following all this other junk. They won't be following all this other mess when telling you to, hey, it doesn't take all of that. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. My God, all you got to do is just love God in your heart. Let me tell you something. You're a lie. You're a lie, sugar pie, because Because when you love God in your heart, your feet won't slide. When you got the law of God down on the inside, I got your feet won't slide. It won't take you here, there, and yonder. And this is why in 2 Corinthians 5:17, it said, therefore, if any man be in Christ, then he's a new creature. And the reason they're a new creature is, behold, all things have passed away, and behold, all things have become brand new. You become a brand new creature, I got in Christ Jesus. What do you mean a brand new creature? You don't walk like you used to walk. You don't talk like you used to talk. You don't dress like you used to dress. I got you become a brand new creature in Christ Jesus. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And let me tell you something. It's not too late, I got, for a change in your life. I got, that was a man. The Bible tells us that this man was blind from his birth. But oh my God, I got, he came in contact with Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ made clay of the Spirit and anointed his eye and said, go wash. Because he obeyed the command, go wash. I got, he came back seeing. And somebody wants to know, how is it that you came back seeing? But before he came back seeing, somebody saw him. That looked like the man you be sitting up there blind. No, that's not him. That's somebody looked like him. Because they wasn't used to seeing with his eyes open. Yeah, and he said, wait a minute, wait. I am him. I'm the one. I used to be blind. Anybody know what I'm talking about? My God, I used to, my God, tarry at the wine. I used to, my God, to smoke my dope. I used to pop my pill. I used to chase women. Come on and talk to me. Oh, but oh my God, when Jesus came on the inside, he made a difference in my life. I'm a sheep. Let me tell you something. Look at the young ladies that's suffering because of fatherlessness. Not a father to embrace them, but a father that abused them. Relatives that abuse you. So you're scarred. You are scarred. Am I teaching good? You are scarred. What do you mean, Elder Tom? Oh, you look whole on the outside. But I'm hurting on the inside. Nobody knows the trouble that I see. Nobody knows, God, personally per se, God, what all you have gone through, what all you have dealt with, God, what causing the anger, what causing the hurt down on the inside. And all of this stuff is bottled up on the inside. And you need some point of release. You need, so I can begin. Anybody want to live again? Because until you are free, I'm not talking about, thank you. I'm not talking about from being behind a cell, but you can be in a cell and still be free. But I'm talking about people that out in the free world that's bound up. All of the anger, all of the hurt, all of the shame of abandonment. Dad, where are you? You cry in the night for dad. And dad is nowhere to be found. You cry. Because who's going to protect me? See, dad, if you'd have been here, you could have protected me. Sometimes dad was the perpetrator. Violated you. Violated your trust and your confidence that you had in him. Oh, yeah, you sit here and you think that I don't understand. You think that God doesn't care. But God said, oh, yeah, you're scarred. You got scars from yesterday. You got scars from yesteryear. You got scars. You're still hurting. You know, You look at professional athletes, that the dad abandoned them all and abandoned them. Now because they are accomplished, now because they have achieved success, then daddy crawl from under some rock and want to come into the life because they want you to share some of the wealth with them. And you hear them, that's not my dad. That man, that's my dad. That's the one that raised me. That's the one that instilled and invested in me. He instilled values in me. He invested time, effort, and energy in me. That's dad. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I love him, but he's not dad. He is not dad. My dad was my biological father, but he was not dad. He wasn't the one that cared for me. He wasn't the one that spent time with me. Come on, talk to me. And I loved him in spite of. But you say, will he win the Dad of the Year award? His name would even be mentioned. His name would never be mentioned. And so this is why you want to make sure when your opportunity to be a dad, that you are there. You are there. You are there. Oh yeah. You want to make sure that now God, if you have to work and if you get off in the morning, you want to make sure, my God, let me just kiss you on your forehead. My God, before you go off to school, let me drop you off. Let me tell you something that excites me. And when I go and drop the kids off at school, and I see all of the dads bringing the little kids to school. That is powerful. Man, when the dads are, I'm not talking about dad and mom. I'm talking about dad being dad. My God, bringing his daughter, bringing his son to school. And when I look up and see dads, my God, at the programs and all of this. No, not many of us, not our color, not my complexion. But you got a few and you appreciate that. But my God, the other guys, I love it. I love it when I see them escorting their sons and their daughter, my God, to class. Where are you? I done hung out all night. I can't be getting up, going, taking them. Then all hell break loose. Because I'm trying to get ready for work, and you won't even take the kids to school. I done got up, I done fed them, I done put them on the clothes, and you won't even take them to school. Move around. Move around. This is what's important. And let me get back to something. This is a pet peeve of mine. I love to see older men and women. When he go around there and open the door for. Get out the car and then they hold hands. They steps are short. But they hold that hand. They steps are short. But the holding hand. Come on, talk to me. I got they still in love. They still don't mind holding hand. I got, oh yes. I got we the only time we want to get closer. You know when feel the urge. Why y'all looking like that? All right, man. I give it to you, the man. Now take your kids to school. That's right, man. Pop him on the behind and say, take your kids to school, man. You the man. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. The shepherd is concerned about you. The shepherd wants the best for you. You're making some bad choices. Turn it around. Turn it around. Because first of all, you must understand, I'm about finished. Life is too short to take it for granted. Elton, what do you mean life is too short? James says it's just a vapor that appears for a moment, then it vanishes away. It's just like the grass of the fields. Today it is, and tomorrow it withers away. Look at the young man this week at Spring High School. He didn't go to school expecting to step out of time into eternity. This is why it pays not only to get ready, but stay ready, because we don't never know when it's going to be quitting time. We don't know when it's going to be our last time on this side. But I want to make sure I'm going to make my life count. I'm going to make my life count. Because, see, let me tell you something. If I die today or tomorrow, they're going to remember me as a preacher. That man preached when he preached. And I'm going to tell you something else about him. He lived what he preached. Come on, talk to me. No, you know, they look at some folks, so I'm glad that devil dead. No, don't feel that way. But that's a charge that they make. But they'll never be able to spot my life. They'll never say he was proud or he was arrogant. Because I know how to condescend to men of low estate. I don't care how God bless me. You know, you hear me say, when I played basketball, I was good. I was good and I knew I was good. But when college friends, especially about 6, 7, so, you know, I didn't deal on it. I didn't put some stuff on. So, we were walking home that evening. He looked at me and said, you know, Isaiah, you're good, but you think you're too good. Ooh, that hurt me. I said, man, when in the world I ever thought I was too good? I always trying to make other folks look good and make them better around me. I ain't never thought that I was too good. And I still don't feel that way. When my brother would come home and say, you know, Isaiah, man, they folks up there talk at school, they are up against the wall. All they talk about what you did out there on the court yesterday. They ain't talking about Dr. J and none of them other. They're talking about you, what you did. I was good, and I knew I was good. But guess what? My kids went to school, and I never told them that I played basketball. Never told them that. Because whatever the life that they were going to live, the choices that they would make, it was up to them. And so finally, they came home one day and said, Dad, how come you didn't never tell us you played basketball and that you was good? I said, well, who told you that? Now, the teacher up there, the coach up there at the school, he said, y'all dad never told y'all how good he was? Said, no, he never said anything to us about that. Never, because whatever choices that they made, it would have been their choice. And I was going to support them in their choice. Come on, talk to me. But you want to help folks to excel. In my preaching, my teaching, let me tell you something. Michael, you didn't heard enough. in just this short time that you've been here to keep you safe for the rest of your life. This is your second time you all have come. Y'all done heard enough to keep you saved for the rest of your life. If you take this word, you and little sister and them, they ain't been here in a while. All that you all done heard. If y'all don't